What up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the Brandon Janeau Show. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms, Brandon Janeau Show, social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, Brandon Janeau Show. And of course, like always, YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show. Let's get into it. It's been a while since I've actually recorded an episode of my show, but hey, sometimes shit just makes you have to say some things. Because this is Point of View of Random Shit, and I'm doing a deep dive tonight, man. I'm doing a deep dive tonight. And of course, the reasoning for that is because of, well, you know, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar uh, just dropped a diss, particularly against two people, really. But I want to get into everything that's going on and why Kendrick Lamar dissed pretty much the two people he's always linked to in this generation of rappers. Um, and I want to give my take on it, what I felt about it. I heard the song for the last couple of days. Sat down and really listened to it hard today. And I wanted to talk about it to y'all if you're cool with that. So let's get into it. Now I could have did this as Life of Times with music, but I want to do point of view random shit with it because I just feel like it's deeper than just just that. But let's get into it. So like I said, uh, Kendrick Lamar just dropped his verse on Metro Boomin and Future's new song of their new project. We don't trust them. We don't trust them. Something. We don't trust them. Something like that. We don't trust them because Metro Boomin's tagline is "If Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you." So it's pretty much what they named the project after that, pretty much. Um, and the song is called "Like That." And you know, they take Metro Boomin takes pretty much a couple of legendary samples, couple of legendary beats. Um, one legendary sample, the beat that is actually originated off. Now I grew up on that beat. Uh, I want to say it originally comes from 3 6 Mafia, DJ Paul. Uh, could be Project Pat, but it comes from somebody in that camp that created that. But DJ Paul, 3 6 Mafia, so yeah. But I grew up on that beat that they did that song off of from Lil Wayne, Hard Body. Lil Wayne had a song called Hard Body, and that was the beat he had. So I grew up on that beat. I already knew of that song, that beat. So when I heard it, I was like, oh shit. That's why I was almost about to start rapping Lil Wayne parts and lyrics on that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, so so they dropped it off that, and also they use kind of like a sample that's always been used by a couple people. I mean, Eazy-E, NWA used it back in the day. Um, and of course, Slim Thug used it on one of his songs back in the day. The Thug from around the way, like that shit. So yeah, so I remember that. So yeah, so when I heard those two things, I was like, yeah, they kind of I can see where it comes from. Um, but dope beat, dope ass. Metro did his thing with that. But the Kendrick verse. Um, all in all, man, to me personally, that verse was more geared towards Drake than it was to J. Cole. And I get it. J. Cole is the one that, J. Cole he kind of first person shooter mode, which was their song. And, J. Cole said, talked about the big three, which everybody knows it's a big three: Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. That's pretty much the big three. Everybody knows that. Um, so Kendrick, I think he said, what? There ain't no first person shooter mode. They better come with three switches. There ain't no big three. There is only big. Man, fuck the big three. Nigga is just big me. So that was pretty much the only lines really tossed at J. Cole. And the conversation is, should J. Cole respond to Kendrick? And a lot of people will sit there and say, yes, hip hop, he should respond. And some people say, I don't know. J. Cole has been on a tear, but I don't know if J. Cole could really go at Kendrick. And as a J. Cole fan, I'm way more of a J. Cole fan than a Kendrick Lamar fan. I've always said that I think J. Cole is a better rapper than Kendrick is. I think he's more lyrical than Kendrick is. I think he's better with wordplay than Kendrick is. I don't think Kendrick could fit on everybody's shit like J. Cole can. J. Cole literally fits on everybody's song. I don't think Kendrick is like that. I think Kendrick fits the songs he knows he fits on. When Kendrick tried to have his little mini run, when he dropped I think Damn, and he was trying to he jumped on I don't think it was Damn. It might have been Damn. But when he jumped on Goosebumps, which I think that was around To Pimp a Butterfly more than it was Damn. But when he jumped on To Pimp a Butterfly, when he did To Pimp a Butterfly, and he went on his feature run, he got a lot of criticism for that shit. A lot of people said he didn't actually make songs better, which I know when this comes out, people gonna be like, "No, he did. No, he didn't. Yeah, he did." It was a lot of people that said Kendrick did not make a lot of them songs better. Like I've always said, I didn't like the Goosebumps song like that. I thought it was dope as fuck, but it kind of could have used it. It didn't really need Kendrick like that. It was a good song without him. He hyped it up a little bit. It was like, okay, that's 100. But you could have put Drake on there. You could have put J. Cole on there. You could have put Big Sean on there. You could have put Kanye on there. Anybody could have been on that song because the song was already good. It didn't really need Kendrick. And same thing when he did the Mask Off remix with Future. Future didn't really need Kendrick on the Mask Off remix. He could have put anybody on that Mask Off remix and it probably would have been better. Um, but yeah, I'm not. Again, I'm not a super duper. I'm not trying to hate on Kendrick. Kendrick is a legendary rapper, man. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. I would never sit up here and act like the nigga don't rap. The nigga can rap, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like he can't. But when it comes to the best rapper, I just never had Kendrick as my number one. And maybe it's because so many people immediately parlayed him as that and said he is the number one. Kind of why I kind of was like, yeah, I don't have him as my number one. I don't go with the flow. And for me, J. Cole to me was always a better rapper. I've always heard J. Cole lyrics and always felt more attached towards J. Cole's lyrics than Kendrick's lyrics. Um, but again, which I'm gonna get into, but perception is everything. And the recent time J. Cole's been doing this recently, now people are having a conversation of, man, what were we sleeping on J. Cole? Yes, you were sleeping on J. Cole. J. Cole's always been that way. I've always heard that from J. Cole. I don't know why the fuck people are now this slow to realize this nigga can really rap. But again, it's perception. J. Cole's always been a better rapper than me. And so Kendrick officially, I guess, throwing. I don't think he tried. He was pretty much just saying, "Hey, I'm still here, Cole. You're not the best. I'm still here." But I'm gonna be real honest with everybody right now, man. And you already know I'm about to go with this. J. Cole would destroy Kendrick. I have said this repeatedly. I do not trust. I don't think Kendrick Lamar can out rap J. Cole. I don't, and even and Kendrick could have really went at Cole that whole verse. He could have tried to shoot them shots at Cole. But who did he really attend most of those lyrics towards? Drake. Kendrick knows J. Cole is that nigga. He know that. He ain't stupid. Kendrick been around J. Cole for a long time. Them niggas are actually supposed to do an album together. I always wondered why they never did a project. Well, I've kind of always known why they never did a project because I just think J. Cole would have probably really washed Kendrick. Kendrick was the bigger name. Kendrick could have easily done the album. He had people. showing him love. Like he was already that nigga. Like to a lot of people. So why not do an album with J Cole? I do believe J Cole maybe played into it, but I also feel like J Cole probably would have got Kendrick on a couple of them songs, and then people would have been like, oh, wait a minute, is somebody better than Kendrick? You know who you could do collaboration shit with, and real shit. As much as I love Drake, I ain't never heard Drake do a collaboration. I ain't never heard Drake say I want to do a collaboration album with Lil Wayne. Never in my life. I have he maybe toyed around with it, but he ain't never said. Me and Wayne should do one. Cause Drake would get washed by Wayne on them songs. Drake will rap his ass off, but Wayne would absolutely destroy Drake on a song. If they did a collaboration album, oh my god, Wayne would destroy Drake. It wouldn't even be fun. It wouldn't be funny. It would be. I'd be like, this is why Wayne's the best rapper in the game ever, and he's my favorite rapper, and Drake is one of my favorite rappers, but he's just not that dude. I would admit that because I know that I've heard Wayne and Drake on songs. I know Drake can't go lyrical for bar with Wayne. I'm not stupid. I know that, and I think Kendrick knows that too. Kendrick know he ain't gonna play with Gold. Cole is different, bro. Cole is different, and that's why he kind of threw a shot at Cole. Hey, it ain't Big Three, it's just Big Me. Okay, cool. But you're not dissing Cole. You ain't stupid. You don't want that. He knows that. As much as people are like, oh, shit, he dissed Cole. What did he really say to Cole? It's not a Big Three, it's just Big Me. Fuck first person shooter mode. Okay. Which brings me to Drake. He directly went at Drake. He have directly called Drake out on the big stage. Come on, Drizzy. It's me and you. Let's get it popping. Here's my thing. Since this verse has come out, I've seen people say, if I was Drake, I wouldn't do it. If I was Drake, I wouldn't do it. Drake is a rapper, man. We gotta stop playing with him, man. The man could fucking rap. You heard Scary Hours 3? We know the nigga could go lyrical. Stop playing with the man. The man could fucking rap. I'm tired of people acting like the nigga can't rap. Like you've never heard a nigga rap before. The nigga is a rapper. Stop playing with him. The ha 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 Ghost Rider rumors. Ghost Rider rumors. Here's the thing about a Ghost Rider. Half your fucking favorite artists right now got Ghost Riders. Most of these niggas use Ghost Riders. That goes for the Travis Scotts, the Playboy Cordys, the Kanyes. All them niggas got Ghost Riders. You really want to play Ghost Riders rumors with niggas? Because I can literally post interviews all day when niggas say it. I write verses. Literally, the whole sicko mode fucking verse isn't even Travis. The nigga didn't even write that verse. Sci the Prince wrote that verse. So stop playing with the Ghost Rider shit, because all y'all favorites got Ghost Riders. What the fuck is you talking about? Stop that shit. It's about the man that actually rapped the shit. And Drake is a fucking rapper. Stop playing with that man. So when you sit here and you say Drake can't do it, that's crazy. Stop playing with that nigga. The nigga could go bar for bar with a nigga. Stop playing. Oh, he didn't do that with Push. Like Drake, I'm gonna be honest, he couldn't beat Push. Cause we don't live in a world where niggas are open minded anymore. We live in who got the drama. And when Push said what he said about Drake having a son, he was never going to recap that. He was never going to win that, regardless of what he did. But what do I feel about that? Do I think Drake should diss Kendrick? Make it direct this time, not sneak dissing. Not make it directly at that nigga. What do I feel about that? No, I don't think Drake should diss Kendrick. Not because I don't think he go bar for bar with Kendrick. It's what I've been saying. It's perception. In people's minds, Kendrick is already better than Drake. There's nothing he can do lyrical that's going to beat Kendrick. Nothing. People have already made up in their minds Kendrick is better. So even if Drake does directly go at Kendrick and he fucking says, you know what? Fuck this shit. And he goes directly at this nigga. All Kendrick gotta do. And this is literally what Kendrick could do. He could just literally copy and paste everything Drake said and send it right back at him. And people on the internet would be like, see, this is why I said Drake can't rap. Drake ain't the shit. Drake could never beat Kendrick. You would say Drake sucked. That 2 weeks ago you niggas was praising it. Now the nigga sucked. He could never rap. Kendrick is the GOAT. We told you this. He will never win in a battle against Kendrick. He will never win. There's nothing he can do that will solidify that. Especially if you go on lyric for lyric, bar for bar. You're never gonna win that. He knows that. You don't think Drake know that shit already? He knows that. Because the people, the media, will automatically write him off. It doesn't matter what he does. I know. He a rapper. He should rap. It would be so simple if it was just that. But when you're playing to the masses, when you put it on wax, when you're trying to also sell it, there is no it's just rap. No, it's not. Because you got other motherfuckers' perceptions in it. Do I think Drake could go bar for bar with Kendrick? Yeah, I do. I actually do. I know people think I'm crazy, but I do. I've heard Drake rap. I know the nigga can rap. I'm not stupid. I heard the nigga rap before. I think he can go bar for Kendrick. I totally do. Go listen to fucking Problems. Who had the best verse? Now people gonna sit there and say Kendrick. But did you really listen to that verse by Drake? Are you really gonna sit there and tell me Drake just did not have a better verse than Kendrick on that song? Are you crazy? Come on, bro. Shit, Poetic Justice. The only song they did together. Poetic Justice. Drake rap on that song, my nigga. He didn't sing, he rapped. That's the thing. Like, perception will always have Kendrick beating Drake. It will never change. The mind is already made up in a lot of people's minds. Kendrick is the best. But I personally know if Drake decides to do this, if he decides to go at Kendrick, it is a lose-lose situation. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing it for? What are you doing it for? Because you're tired of people saying that you can't beat this nigga, that you can't out rap this nigga, that you're never gonna be on this playing field when it comes to lyrical ability. Okay, cool. But I personally think the reasoning for why I say he shouldn't is because he's gonna lose regardless. Even if he raps the fucking hardest diss track of all time, back to back part two, it can be heard everywhere across the planet. Kendrick comes out and says anything. Y'all will not sit there and say that shit was trash. Because perception is that Kendrick is already better. It doesn't change. Now, when it comes to Kendrick and J. Cole, J. Cole will watch Kendrick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I personally Kendrick is dope. Kendrick can rap. But Kendrick can't out rap J. Cole. J. Cole got a verse for every fucking song he's on. The beat could be drill music shit, reggae shit, whatever. The nigga gon' rap. You can't beat a nigga like that. You can't. You can't beat a nigga like that. Like nigga talk about, oh, he's in album mode now. I want no. The nigga always was gonna do that. Like I don't. J Cole will wash Kendrick, bro. I've said that before, and I will continuously say that. And I personally believe Kendrick knows not to fuck with Cole. He knows it. There's no way in hell you go that hard on a song and you try to be so direct with niggas that you personally make sure that you just aim one at one direct person. Yeah, first person shooter mode. There is no big three. That's just on it. But people are trying to make it seem like Kendrick is trying to shoot shots at Cole. He ain't shooting a shot at Cole, bro. He ain't. He. I get it. I hear it all. He ain't shooting no shot at Cole, bro. And shit ain't in his best interest. It would not to be. It would. I would advise Kendrick to not shoot a shot at Cole. That would not end well for you, sir. I don't think that's a good idea for you, sir. Because I just feel like that's a damning situation. It's a very interesting situation, man. My thing is this, man. And for the whole thing, Future and Metro Boomin having a problem with Drake, everybody on there dissing Drake, Travis Scott trying to get them to play the song at Rolling Loud just like a weekend ago, trying to get them to play that whole song and get people ready to. It's the craziest shit, man. And I want to say this, man. That says more about Drake than it does them niggas. Because y'all, if Kanye was on that album too, I would have been like, yep, this is literally just the niggas just trying to diss Drake album. Like this is just the niggas that can't get him one on one, so they just decide to make a whole body of work about it. Like this is ridiculous. The fact of the matter is this, man. Drake is different. He's one of them artists, man, that you can hate, but he set the bar. He has. I know you hate it that it's him that sits at the top of the throne, but it is what it is. And like I said, I to for y'all to start now saying that it's a line being crossed, and if you cross it, then if you cross that line, you got to pick a side, and if you pick the side, you got to stay with that side. And I'm listening to this, I'm seeing this shit on social media, and I'm like, do you not understand, nigga? You are a producer. I get that these kids nowadays don't listen to lyrics and wordplay, but that shit still matters, my nigga. You still need artists to listen to fuck with your music. And your decision is to diss the biggest artist in the fucking industry, and then you get a nigga that has been on every top tier hit this nigga's probably had in his career has been because of this nigga. Future, bro. Like, come on, my guy. You really gonna get mad at this nigga reportedly over a girl? What? Future. The meme king. The meme king. This is one of my favorite memes of all time. Is when Dexter is at the fucking locker and he's like and he sees a picture of Future in a locker and he's like, I'm sorry I failed you because he was like a simp or some shit. That is the greatest meme just of all time. Because it's so fucking funny. But y'all telling me this nigga Future got mad with Drake because of a girl? Huh? Future. Future Hendrix. Mr. Mr. I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip flops. That nigga is getting mad at Drake because he fucked a girl he knew? A couple girls he was cool with? What the? Really? That's how we gonna move this narrative right now? I There has got to be something more to that. I do not believe that is the reasoning for why this is happening right now. I refuse to believe that Future is in his feelings because of some girl Drake. hooked up with that he knew or some shit. That sounds so ass backwards. Like what? Future, Mister, cut him off and get a new one, Mister. What? Are you serious? Future? I would. If you was to tell me that was Metro Boomin's reasoning for why he don't fuck with Drake, I would be like, you know what? I totally understand. I can understand that. But Future, really, nigga? You, you get mad at this nigga because he talking to a girl you know? You got with a girl you was cool with or some girls you was talking to? Get the fuck out of here. Get the, that shit don't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mister, I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip flops. That nigga got feelings? Like, come on, bro. Really, nigga? You got feelings for some girls you don't you not even wit like that? Like, okay. That nigga. Make that shit make sense. Please make that shit make sense. And Travis Scott is oh that nigga so bitch made. Oh that shit was so pussy. I'm now knowing that this nigga knew that this was on there and you got the fucking nerve to sit there and be making hits with this nigga and then 5 seconds later be like, no, play that song. We need you to play that song. And particularly play that verse. That verse dissing this nigga. That is so bitch made of a nigga. And that just goes to show you, man, these niggas in this industry got no loyalty, my nigga. None of these niggas got no respect, no loyalty, man. That shit make me laugh. All them niggas that dissing this man wouldn't even have the fucking career you had because of this man. I don't think people understand this shit, bro. Like, half of these niggas wouldn't even have the career if Drake did not fuck with you, bro. And I know these niggas probably hate that shit. I know the fans hate that shit, but it's fucking true. Drake jumped on Tony Montana and made Future a name in the game. Even though Future already had some songs out. But when he had Drake on Tony Montana, it made him a name in the game, my nigga. Travis Scott, the first time I heard you was on If You Read This, It's Too Late. On Company. Drake was showing you love then. What I said about ASAP Rocky. Drake was giving you game back in the day. Jumped on fucking problems for you. And you go talk to his ex? Not only talk to her, have kids with her. Okay. Okay. Metro Boomin. You're an amazing producer. You just did Her Loss with this nigga in 21 Savage. One of your biggest songs you produce is Knife Talk on Drake's album. Okay. The Weeknd and Drake have always been going back and fucking forth. But regardless of that shit, Drake put you on, my nigga. He gave you like 3, 4 songs off. I know what people gonna say. Well, The Weeknd wrote them songs already. He didn't write them lyrics, my nigga. He didn't write the lyrics for Crew Love. Like, he didn't write them lyrics for The Ride. What the fuck y'all talking about? Niggas hate that shit. That this is the nigga that put them on. Don't even get me started with Kendrick, because that nigga was on Buried Alive on Take Care. It's the fucking funniest shit that Buried Alive, that Take Care, that nigga put on. That nigga had Kendrick on that album, and he had The Weeknd. And Kendrick literally tells this nigga in the song how much them niggas being the same age, but seeing how Drake was already getting it made him actually be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? The famous control verse. Because if I do this, I do research because I'm a podcaster. That's what I got to do. I got to do research. Um, that famous control verse for Big Sean that Kendrick went on and dissed everybody on. You know, That song came out in August of 2013. You know what? Know something that's so funny is that Kendrick still was Drake's opening act on the "Would You Like a Tour." That tour started in October of 2013. So you telling me you dissed this nigga? Said all that shit, and then when that nigga asked you to be on his tour, you said yeah. What? I'm sorry. What? I guess I truly believe media has made Kendrick started this shit with Drake because he shouldn't have done it to begin with. He never should have started that shit up with Drake. I get it that you want to be the number one guy. I get that. Totally understand. But when you say some shit like "I'm gonna take your core fans and they never gonna hear another word from you niggas" and all that shit, I would just hope that it actually comes to fruition because it didn't. Drake's still gonna be the man, bruh, with or without you niggas, and I think that's the problem because I can't say that about y'all. Future, Travis Scott, Metro Boomin. I don't think you niggas would last without what because Drake actually knows how to make shit happen. I don't think you niggas are that good without that nigga. Sorry, I just don't. Yeah, y'all can make hits. That's great, but not like him. And that's the thing. That's the biggest problem with you niggas. I don't. I feel bad for y'all. I really, really do. Because this is stupid. But for people that's out here saying, hip hop is back and Kendrick killed it and all that, congratulations, Kendrick. You got people talking again like you did a decade ago with the control verse. The problem is, this ain't a sneak attack. This ain't a surprise anymore. And then you diss one of them. You diss one of them, like J. Cole. If J. Cole responds, I just feel like people are going to be like, oh shit, this is not good. Because unlike Drake, y'all don't have the perception that J. Cole is not better than Kendrick. J. Cole is better than Kendrick, bro. And if he decides to show it, y'all favorite gonna get destroyed. And I feel so bad for y'all when y'all see this. Cause it's gonna end bad. It's gonna end bad, man. And for Metro Boomin, Sandy, pick a side. My nigga, you are a producer. Shut the fuck up. You don't have no bars. What are you talking about? There's always new producers around the corner from you, nigga. Don't get it twisted. You are a producer. They can replace you with Weezy on the beat as fast as they can. Don't play yourself. Don't do that to yourself, bro. Please don't. That's it. And for Future, Travis Scott, and all these other niggas that are picking a side, I hope you keep that side in mind when your shit next time it comes out and it tanks. Because you picked the side. I don't trust you niggas. Now I get why they named that that. Because them niggas in this industry, boy, them niggas, that boy. Ooh, shit. Anyway, I'm Brandon Janeau. Talk to y'all next time. Peace.